Going from a Ram to a C300.
We're going to probably need a co on that, which is fine. Her mom will help her out. So.
Why is that?
Just credit situation.
Is her Ram lease up, or what are we doing with that?
It's just being turned in.
Okay.
Did you tell her to do prepaid maintenance or no?
I didn't talk to her about that.
Show me with and without, I guess. I'm tired.
Late night?
Not really. No, I was in bed at 9.
Yeah.
Tired.
How many miles a year does she need?
7,500 only.
And
she said you told her to do sign and drive.
We barely talked.
Oh.
7,500 miles. Does she have fleet or anything? What's going on?
Yusuf here today?
He's here.
Okay.
Yeah, running around here somewhere.
I think he's at Porsche, Ray.
What's up?
I think he's at Porsche.
Okay.
Talking to senior, yeah.
I just noticed something on the best of best report.
Okay.
The top 16 dealers
Yeah.
on that list, 5 of them are not allowed to be winner.
Well, currently. We asked our rep about that the other day, and he said, if it ended today, they wouldn't be qualified, but it's fair to say that they're all going to do whatever they
We
need.
are technically qualified, so I want those dealers would drop out though.
That's if they didn't do the things they needed to qualify, but he said
They can change it around.
it's unlikely that they would miss the criteria, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
What's she paying on the Ram, do you know?
No idea.
Just out of curiosity.
I have no idea. She knew it was going to be in the 6s. I just don't know what.
Well, she is correct. Very low 6s. I'm just looking to see if any other term is better than 36 for her.
I don't think 39 did anything.
No, it doesn't. I was looking really to see if a shorter term would be better.
Like 30?
Mm-hmm.
What does it do?
It's not. It's a tiny bit higher. So 36 is the sweet spot. I mean, heck of a deal. On a $62,000 car, sign and drive is $612. Right? So you're below the 1% lease that everybody covets. And that is a really, really nice car. You're financing your first payment at that even.
I'll send it to her.
That's without maintenance, but if she wanted to add maintenance in, it's going to add $35 a month to the payment. All right. What car is he on, C-Class?
Yeah, we're close in enclosed shipping instead of 500.
To where?
I'll just look it up. That's why I looked it up last time for 500.
You forgot where they are?
I'm using the shipping tool. I can't think of it right now. My Viali guy's here. I'm nervous.
Whatever you see in that shipping tool, you're going to probably want to add about $100 because this time of year getting cars moved is very challenging. A lot of trucks are parked, and the ones that are moving want a little extra.
Okay, so add 100 to whatever it says in that shipping tool we use to price.
Yep. Now, if it's less, it's less, right? We'll pass it along. We don't make money on the shipping, but I don't want you to...
I'd rather have extra in the back screen than not enough.
Don quoted a guy the other day based on what he saw in the shipping tool. He said like $600, and it ended up being $800.
Okay.
So,
I got this.
all right.
Easy, yeah.
And again, we don't it out, right? And remind people of that if they give you a hard time. We should at this point. I'm starting to think that we need to start because it's just the headache. I can't deal with it anymore. But if we do that, then every transport we do is going to become 100 to 300 more expensive depending on where it's going. So it's now 1:20 p.m. and instead of doing something productive, Colin is sitting here watching me submit deals.
Donnie, done deal?
How'd it go?
Great. My guy's is a dent on the back bumper to fix on an E350. She goes to the car, this doesn't ride as good as my S580. And I said, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I said, what we're going to do, we're going to drive this, we're going to get you an S580 and we're going to drive that right after. Which we did. She goes, oh, okay. I said, what happens is you get so used to your car, you end up totally different. Right? He loved it. He's all over it, right?
Yeah.
She is too. She goes, I still know we need the chauffeur package. She goes, well, the kids and the grandkids don't love it back there. He's buying it, whatever.
Nobody needs the chauffeur package, that is for sure.
How big is the house?
It's fairly big. The house is dated. It's old school for sure.
Love it. Classic,
Carriage house?
it's like a Gates Mill style
Is that house
house.
for sale?
White house, black shutters.
Somewhere in the distance, we heard the pounding of native drums.
Oh my God, I just watched that.
We were walking about it the other day.
Give me just a moment here.
So that's one of the COVID cars that's missing the active multi-set contours. Hands-free access, augmented video. But who gives
You just relax. All right, so what is this
No,
trade?
I'm just saying, it's one of the cars that was during COVID that's missing the...
Missing multi-contour seats, that's a big deal in an S-Class.
That's what I'm saying. It's missing multi-contour
You just said no big deal. It's a big deal. Do you know how many of those we
missing
work?
hands-free access and augmented video.
That's not that big of a deal, but the multi-contour seats is a big deal in an S-Class. Is it AMG line?
Yeah.
And warmth and comfort.
Tech package, 3D display.
AMG line, the tech package is good. It's got 20s, which is good. No night package, though. Any damage on the car at all?
One chip on the right front lower thing, like a pen head. There's
Down here?
Yeah.
This is a very good number, especially considering the things that it's missing.
Yeah.
The Huggy seats on an S-Class are kind of like the #1 thing that people look for, so...
We sold a ton of them, though. I mean, every order that came in for those ones down.
That's because at that point in time, you had no choice. There was no way around it.
Well, look at with all the cars that were missing Napa leather for a little bit. It was just the regular.
I know, but I'm saying that now that that is behind us, if somebody's in the market for a pre-owned S-Class, they do have the choice to look for one that has it. Back then, people were buying things because there wasn't anything else to buy. In general, people often will just go buy from whoever's closest to them. But then, fortunately, some people think about the relationship. Others just look for what they see on the internet.
He
And
was more about the appearance of the car because I had to go into detail the history of my bike and how it came to be and this and that. I was like old school Benz.
we're rolling 4 payments and over miles, and we're still lowering his payment.
Correct.
That's how good these demos are right now.
100%. And it's a 39-month lease, I said, because it's $100 cheaper to go 39 months than it is 36. He's like, I don't care.
Yep, the 39-month value add program. That's awesome. When did he get his last one? Was it like
He got it
early on in COVID?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's when everything was
And he
really
had over
expensive.
miles in that car.
So you've done the math on his overmiles. How much is the penalty going to be?
$420.
So we're not taking the car on trade, we're just doing an LAP.
I'm just going to do an LAP. If Mike wants to buy the car, he can. The negative equity was like $7,800 versus this.
Kind of surprising, but
You're happy to look at it. It needs tires. It needs tires.
no, I mean, if you've already looked at it, if it was close, I'd look at it, but it's not even close.
But I know Michael still had the opportunity to try to buy it, right?
Yeah, but if it didn't make sense when you looked at it, it's not going to make sense.
This client is in Cali, and he wants the C63 because you said it was a good deal.
I did? Which one?
This is the silver on black one.
Okay.
That's what he's interested in.
Does he have a Benz now, or what? What's his story?
So he has a Mercedes lease that he says is expiring between now and March. I asked him to send me the VIN. He did not. So,
Why not?
you know what? Do you want to...
Well, let's verify that. That's worth money.
Can you send the VIN to your current expiring lease, question mark?
You could just look him up in the people search for Mercedes.
I don't have access to that.
Oh, his phone number doesn't pull up anyway.
Unless it's in his wife's name. You didn't think of that, did you?
No, I didn't.
You want his wife's phone number?
Do you have that?
Of course not.
Well, then I'm not sure how helpful that would be. So what does he have now?
What does he have now?
Yeah, you said he's got a Mercedes, but you didn't say what.
It's a GLE.
A GLE to a C63.
Well, this is for him. I honestly, I don't know what he's got. That's the first guy that came to mind.
Okay,
I
well,
feel like it's an S580. My gut's telling me.
nothing's coming up in the search at all.
But he does have American Express or AAA,
He's got both.
whichever one's easier to redeem.
They both should be about the same. Is he just treating his current car like a lease return?
No, he's treating his current car like I'm going to keep driving it.
Okay, that's fine. He doesn't have to do anything with it. He can keep it, yeah. How many miles a year does he need?
10,000.
I'm assuming that we're shipping it to him.
Actually, he's going to walk here.
Walk. It's going to take a while. Why not fly?
Did you ever see Lord of the Rings?
No, I actually didn't.
Well, the whole premise of that movie is a really long walk.
Open or enclosed shipping.
Let's probably do it closer. Anyways, in Lord of the Rings, they walk the distance, which would be equivalent to like from the tip of Florida to the top of Ohio. Really good story though. You should watch it.
Any money at signing?
He said drive off fees. That's what he said.
I'm not going to add the loyalty in here without knowing if he actually qualifies for it.
Hey, how are you, sir? We're the high volume store. Our whole way that we operate is just giving everyone the same great deal right up front, and we try not to do the whole back and forth just for everyone's time. I can look at a longer term or more money down, see what gets us there, okay? All right? Thank you.
What do you mean we try?
What?
We try not to do the whole back and forth. We don't do the whole back and forth.
We're doing it
Once
right.
upon a time we did, but not anymore.
That
Got to
was a
use
private-
certainty, words of certainty.
Private conversation, Doug.
Yeah, private conversation that you had right in front of me. Is he open to a longer term?
Yeah, I said we can do a longer term and more money down. He was like, oh, I was hoping to be around $1,000 a month.
On a $103,000 car.
Yeah, he's just trying to sound. So he says that belongs to his sister, but it's titled at the same address. Problems?
Yeah, that won't work
Why?
because it won't be in her name. Loyalty has to match the account holder.
Same address.
Doesn't matter.
Listen.
She would have to be on the new deal.
What gets us as close to that as possible?
Well, it's a special rate lease, so if he wants as low a payment as possible, then we got to go out the max length of time, which is 51 months that we can do on a special rate lease.
And that gets us.
It gets us to $1,283, which is first payment and fees at signing. That's with enclosed shipping. If you wanted to go open shipping, probably going to save him another $20 a month.
Did you do multiple terms?
No.
Why?
I mean, I can if you want, but
What happens when he says I don't want to drive this car for the next 5 years?
all right, then we'll show him a shorter term. And I'm going to save this in your name so that you can go in and look at it and make adjustments if you are so inclined.
I'm hoping you use the old-fashioned way.
We can still do it the old-fashioned way without me doing that.
It's fine. It's too late.
you know, it's just nice to sit down and talk with you, right? Other than just in passing, like two ships passing in the night, you know? What are you here to talk about?
This deal. So
Oh, this deal, yes. This deal being what?
this deal, we're at this Dodge Charger, and then he's buying a GLC 43. We were on a GLC 300. The car sold, and we talked, and he's like, you know, I really don't want to lose. I got a V8 Hemi. I don't want to go down in power.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, the good news is your Hemi's paid off. So you got $22,000.
Whoa, a paid off Dodge
I know,
Charger?
right?
Are we in the alternate
I
universe?
don't know what's going on.
Okay.
But you got almost $23,000 of positive equity, baby.
All right.
So let's get you whatever the hell you want.
I see a big triangle on that Carfax over there. Did you hit
I
bad
did.
VHR, I
I
hope?
did, and I walked it back $500 because it was a minor.
We do that out of the kindness of our hearts, by the way. We don't want to overly penalize somebody for a bad Carfax if we don't actually have a serious accident on our hands,
I
right?
put body damage in there. The car looked clean.
Yeah, it's not so much about whether or not it was repaired. That dang triangle is going to eliminate 50% of buyers.
Let's go.
What are we doing?
What are you doing? I just told you the deal number. We need to price out the car and then submit it to
What's the
bank.
deal
Get my
number?
credit.
You did not give me a deal number.
476. Roll the tape.
I can't wait.
Roll back the
What's
tape.
the deal number? So, are you going to give me,
What do you want? What do you want?
I don't know, a worksheet?
The worksheet's in
credit-
the computer.
Is it?
Yes.
We're on a GLC,
Well, we're changing it to a 43.
so then it
That's-
isn't in the computer, is it?
Well, there's a GLC in the computer. It's a 300, not 43.
There's a 300 that's still in here. So what's the new deal that we're on?
What are you saying?
Buddy,
Are you asking what
there
car
is a
we're on
GLC
now?
300 from the last time that this deal was looked at. There's nothing
Okay.
new in here.
So then put this car in there.
A picture of that car from a distance
I
is
put
not
it in
telling.
fuse. Can't you or focus?
Does he have fleet?
Well, he has first responders.
That's not a partnership with MB. Does he have AAA, American Express, military?
It was in real estate. That's what it is.
Okay, is he National Association of Realtors, or does he work for a real estate company that has a partnership agreement with Mercedes-Benz? I don't know where he works.
No, he has properties.
So he has investment properties.
There's got to be something.
He's
there,
not
but
in real estate.
Just there's a lot to work with. I'll figure it out. Why did you do this?
So it sounds like he owns a business then, is what we're going
What
for.
in the?
Barry, does this sound like a person who owns an LLC possibly?
Maybe.
What the hell's this? This should be like $400 a month.
What, an $80,000 car with $22,000 trade?
You know what's nice is that $22,000 trade is paid off, Doug. You put it in as he owes on it.
Okay.
Let's switch to the Doug cam.
Hey, yeah, my bad. Still not going to be $400 a month.
Supposed to be like $946 or something.
All right, here you go, funny man.